Alright, so here we go with part 2. One thing I want to say real quick is the video that you see here probably has annotations already in it because I'd already deleted the original video. So I figured it'd be easier just to jump on my YouTube, download the video with the annotations on it. I'll have the links in the description to my channel if you want to check out other videos like the gameplay session in the back, or if you want to see part 1 of the Gaming News E3 edition or anything like that. So let's jump into this. So Halo 4 and Halo Anniversary Edition. So really we can't tell what's going to happen with Halo 4 just because it won't be released until next year. So we'll have to wait until then to get some more gameplay. But from what I think of so far is Halo 4 is going to be... Alright, so from what I think, Halo 4 is going to look completely different from any of the other past Halos, like such as the characters, like the way they look, you know, the colors, the maps, stuff like that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me, but I'm thinking they're taking it to another scale. Nothing's going to like the original Halo. That's not a bad thing, you know, but I think it's going to be a good thing, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. Next thing is there might be, I don't know, because 343 Industries, from what I heard, is their parent company is going to be Activision. So we're going to keep an eye on Halo 4 because we don't know if they might slide anything in like Call of Duty, like, you know, I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking they're probably in Halo 4 going to have attachments. You know, that's just my speculation. You know, this is all speculation. None of this is confirmed or true. And so that's basically all I can tell you about Halo 4 because it has yet to see any gameplay or anything. Just a teaser trailer to let you know that it's coming. Halo Anniversary Edition, you know, all it is basically a remake of Halo 1. I won't be getting it myself personally because I played Halo 1 and I still have it. I still have Halo 1, you know, upstairs, so there's no need for me getting the HD version. I've already have the original. I mean, to me, in my opinion, it's just kind of a waste of money. Assassin's Creed Revelations. So, Assassin's Creed Revelations is basically... it's a conclusion to Ezio's story, and more or less. And so when we see the trailer, or whatever it was that was at E3 during the press conference, you saw Altair a lot. So basically, what's supposed to be going on in Assassin's Creed Revelations is that Ezio, he's beaten all the bad guys. He's been his rivals, his enemies, everything. At this point, he wants some answers, and so basically, the castle that you see that he was in was at the bottom, like in the basement. There's like a chest, but there's like, I can't remember. So there's 4 or 5 keys, I can't remember, that unlocks the chest, and Ezio thinks there's gonna be answers to everything that he needs is in that chest. But as you can see, the enemies are trying to stop him from, you know, getting into the chest. And basically, he plays through like a lot of, from what I understand, you'll be able to play through Altair's memories, kind of like, but you'll be Ezio as you do it. So basically, it's kind of Ezio walking through Altair's footsteps, trying to figure out, because Altair also went through this time where he's trying to figure out, he wants some answers, you know, and there are very few people that have, you know, the answers and the resources he needs to obtain them. So basically, Ezio's going to be going through the same thing in Revelation. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's basically where you see the cruise ship. Sorry, so he's supposed to be sailing around trying to find the different keys. So we'll see how that plays out. Battlefield 3, like I discussed before, we didn't see anything real new about that. You just saw pretty much tank gameplay. You know, the big eyes were on Modern Warfare 3, but I'm still excited for Battlefield 3. You know, this E3 just kind of leveled it out. So at this point, I don't know if Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3 will, you know, win it out and do better. But I do know that Modern Warfare 3 is going to determine whether I pretty much play any more of the Call of Duty series games, so they'll have to bring it their all this time. Gears of War 3, I didn't really tune into Gears of War 3 at E3 this year, just because I'm looking forward to Gears of War 3, but for some reason it seems like every time I make a list of the games that I want to get this year, Gears of War 3 just always slips my mind. So, you know, but I'm definitely going to pick it up because the multiplayer looks extremely sped up. It's not slow like Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 2. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. So, and especially for the campaign, definitely I'm looking forward to that. So, Gears of War 3, you're on my list. The Wii U. So basically, what the Wii U is so it's supposed to be like I guess kind of like a portable version of the Wii. So like if you're playing the Wii and you want to take something, okay, well, sorry, I just saw a notification on my Xbox. That can wait. So basically, it's supposed to be like a portable version of the Wii. Like I'm guessing you can take like if you're in the middle of playing a game, with the Wii U out, the titles will come after it. If you're in the middle of playing a game, someone wants to watch, TV or something, you can possibly put it on your Wii U and just play it. I mean, that's, it looks alright, if you already have the Wii and you're a Wii fan, it looks pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about it is that it looks kind of big. I mean, it looks kind of like big and clunky in your hand, because it's like, you got this huge kind of tablet. It's like a Game Boy Advance, but like 3 times thicker. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks pretty cool, but it just looks really huge. Maybe in the future they'll make like a slim version of it and cut it down by like half the size, and then it'll make it look more appealing, but it just looks really bulky at this point. Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite doesn't really strike me so much. Bioshock 2, to my opinion, was a letdown just because it didn't give me the same moments as Bioshock 1, because Bioshock 1 was amazing. It was revolutionary. If you guys have never played Bioshock 1, I strongly recommend you going and picking it up. I do a review on it, but sadly I don't have the game anymore, so I can't do any gameplay. I can only talk about it. I want you guys to see things that I talk about. So if you haven't played Bioshock 1, I recommend you going out and getting it. Bioshock 2, not really. And Bioshock Infinite, at this point, Bioshock Infinite is kind of the series has lost its kind of scary factor, I guess you could say. So I'm not looking forward to that, and I probably won't pick it up just because it looks, it's during the daytime too. It just kind of lost that scare factor for me. Maybe I gotta watch some gameplay after it comes out to be convinced, but right now it doesn't look that good. Mass Effect 3. So it's supposed to be the conclusion to the Mass Effect series with Commander Shepard. And, basically I just think it's, in my opinion, I think it's just like another Mass Effect 2, but a concluded version, just see how everything wraps up. I'm still excited for that, but that's whatever. What else do I want to talk about? Alright, so I got 2 more things to talk about, and I'm just going to let this video go ahead and run, even after the gameplay ends, which it's 10 minutes long, so I'm not worried about that. Rocksmith, which I think is the next step in music games. I guess they were building off the Rock Band 3 idea, how like you had the pro version. So basically, what they're doing now is that you get this guitar, right? But instead of you just hitting these fret buttons the entire time, you have to I think it's stringed or something like that, or it's not heavily stringed, so you can be a novice and still play it. But the songs that you play. And if you can, so basically what they're trying to say is, if you can play it in game, you can play it in real life, and vice versa, because you gotta have like the notes, like you gotta use the strings, not just hit fret buttons. So I'm interested in that because that actually looks pretty good. I mean that's a great way to motivate me to play a music game. Is if I can play it in the game, and I can transfer it in real life and play on a real life guitar. Vice versa, that's a great marketing tool that I would use, because that makes me interested. It makes me want to play. So I'm interested in that as far as music games, because Guitar Hero's out of the game now, and so it's just Rock Band, and maybe Rocksmith is, we'll see about that. And next thing I want to talk about is Deus Ex: Human Revolution. So the game looks really good. Basically, it's about in the future. There's this guy who's trying to protect his company or protect a company, something like that. And this is in the future, so everybody has augmentations that can make them, faster, stronger, think faster, stuff like that. But this is like the prequel to the game series, so it's like the augmentations. You can see, like, if a guy runs fast or something, you can see his legs are probably made out of metal or something like that. And I'm interested because it's like an action RPG game. I mean, that's 2 of the favorite things I like in gaming. Combine them together, that's great. has good graphics, and I heard it has good story. So I'm interested in all three of those, and I'm interested in seeing how it plays. And so I know I kind of rushed through this little like E3 segment, but the reason why is because I didn't want to make it into a third part when all of these things I can pretty much cover in like about a minute or two. So that's why this one was kind of rushed. I'm sorry. If you want more in-depth details or something like that, Machinima, IGN, GameSpot, all these different people have like interviews with these people. So go ahead and check them out if you want a more in-depth interview. That's just my list of E3 games that interest me, and I'll see you guys later.